Music. It's the strongest form of communication. So many messages and passionate emotions can be packed into one singular song and shared with millions. So today, we're going to discuss the relationship between the listeners and artists and their music, called the line. Think of the line as representative of one's morals. On one side are the good, and on the other are the bad. And the question is, how can an artist influence where that line is?
Well, first I think you have to ask yourself, for me at least, it matters whether the artist is a writer, a performer, or a writer-performer.
You look at rap groups such as NWA, who were seen to have almost a harsh and violent message that turned a lot of people off. But now looking at it retrospectively, it's this harsh, visceral, but beautiful display of just expression and culture.
Having said that, I think that there's generally a line in culture where we say, okay, that's too far, even for a hardcore rap artist.
You look at it in terms of modern day and you see something that's almost different when hugely popular rappers like Kodak Black, who's going to prison right now for robbery, neglect of a child, but they're still making music and still being looked at as that's okay.
So we've seen two perspectives. Both were similar, but with their differences. The next question should pose results a little bit more interesting. We'll see if their line is concrete or fluid. We'll see how much they're influenced by the actions of their artists.
The line moves, and it moves in ways that no one really expects it.
Where can you separate the artist from his music? Can you even do that?
I don't know, it's a funny thing. The line moves clearly. But that's a point where certainly child pornography, anything that takes advantage of children, I think is generally a line that in any genre no one can cross and come back from.
So it seems like the line that we're talking about has different places and positions for everybody. Some it's entirely, for others it's nothing. The artist is directly tied to their music, and I think should you take it in a case-by-case basis, or should you take it generally, you should look at it and you should really ask yourself, like, how do I feel about this? Not only how do I feel about the music, the sound, how do I feel about the message, but also how do I feel about the artist?